Hello and welcome to iForgeAhead. In this tutorial, we're going to look at the iForgeAhead forum. This is a place that iForgeAhead users can come to learn new information about iForgeAhead. You can also come here to ask questions or make suggestions about the iForgeAhead system. I'm here on the main page of the forums, which is the first place you'll get to. And you can get here in a number of ways. The first way is to use the internet address that's showing right here in my address bar. That address is www.iforgeahead.com/IFA forums. If you put that in your internet browser, this is the page you'll get to. But I also want to point out that you can get to the forums directly from within iForgeAhead itself. I'm going to switch now to another browser window that I have open, which is the iForgeAhead system. So I'm logged in right now to iForgeAhead, and from anywhere in the system I have this menu bar across the top, and the last item on the right is support, and underneath the support menu is forums. If you click that option, you will go to a new window that opens and takes you directly to this page, the iForgeAhead forums. You can also get to it from your mobile device. I'm going to show you that now. Go back to this window, and if I was in iForgeAhead on my mobile device, I would have this screen, although it would be a lot narrower. And on the right at the bottom is a support link. If you click that from your iForgeAhead mobile device, it will also take you directly to the iForgeAhead forums, which is right here. Once you're at this page, I do recommend that you make it a bookmark or a favorite in your internet browser so you can return to it easily. The first thing we're going to do to get into the forums is to log in, and that link is right here underneath the iForgeAhead logo in the center. And if you're coming in for the first time and have never registered for the forums, you won't be able to log in here. You'll need to register first. I need to point out that your login information for the iForgeAhead system itself, where you manage your iForgeAhead data, is separate from your registration for the forums. So if you're coming in for the first time, click the register button and you'll go to a page where you'll select your username and your password, and that's what you will use from now on to log into the forums. So assuming that you've done that already, we'll go ahead and click the login button, and this will take us to a page underneath the red bar here where we can enter the username and password. This is what you will have registered with in the iForgeAhead forums. I'm going to go ahead and enter my username and my password. Now, before I click the login button to go forward, I want to point out this first checkbox here that says log me on automatically on each visit. I encourage you to check that as long as you're using a computer or device that is personally yours and you're the main user. If you're using a public or shared device where other people can use it, you probably will not want to check this box. But if this is your primary device, go ahead and check that box, and then you won't have to log in each time you come in. When I click the login button, I have a brief screen that says I was successfully logged in, and then it takes me to the main page of the forum. The main page is called the board index, and I want you to keep an eye on this gray navigation bar at the top of any page that you're on. Will always be a good navigational tool. And the first item at the far left, no matter where you are within the forums, will always say board index. And that's a great way to just quickly click on that item and you'll get right back to this page. Now we're in the forums itself, and I want to give you an orientation for how it's organized. Underneath the red bar is the main content, and in this particular case right now we have two main categories. The first one is called Video Tutorials, and it's shown here by its own little line with Video Tutorials. It has subcategories underneath it, and then we get to another gray divider line, which is the next category, and that's called IFA Testbed. IFA for iForgeAhead. And this has subcategories as well. Within each category, there can be other topics. And over here on the right, you'll have an indication of how many different topics are currently in that category and how many different posts have been made in that category. So let's just go into one right now. We'll select Orientation under Video Tutorials. And again, Orientation is a category within Video Tutorials. And on this screen, we have the red bar showing us how it's organized, and there's different topics within the orientation category. The most recent will usually appear on top, and over here you can see how many replies to each topic or how many views each topic has had. But you'll use these descriptions to find what you're looking for. So let's say we're going to go into navigation tips for the full screen. Now, instead of being in a category, we're in an actual post. This is something that somebody wrote that you can read and interact with. In this case, the red bar has changed so that the top says on the left side who the author is underneath there, and information about the message is the main part. This text gives a description of the video tutorial that you can view from this page, has a note of something to keep in mind while you're viewing the tutorial, and at the bottom is a link that you would click on to actually launch the video and watch it from here. That's how to find a video tutorial within the iForgeAhead forums. Before I close, I'll remind you that at the top you'll have this gray navigation bar that will always help you get back to where you were previously. I'm going to just click on Board Index, which takes us back to the very main page where we can see all the categories and their subcategories. Please be sure to see our other video tutorials on how to find new information within the iForgeAhead forums, and also how to make your own posts and reply to existing posts. Thanks very much.